Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're into DIY electronics and projects, you're definitely in the right place. Today we're going to make two ESP32 boards talk directly to each other using ESP-NOW. When I press the button on board red, the LED on board green turns on. When I press the button on board green, the LED on board red turns on. This is no Wi-Fi network. There is no router, no internet connection. Let's quickly talk about what ESP-NOW actually is. ESP-NOW is a communication protocol made specifically for ESP32 boards. A protocol is basically a set of rules that devices follow when they talk to each other. Unlike normal Wi-Fi, ESP-NOW does not require a router or a network. The boards communicate directly, device to device. You can think of it like two walkie-talkies talking directly, instead of making a phone call through a network. That makes it faster, lightweight, and more useful for simple wireless control projects. In this project, both boards are identical. Each ESP32 has one push button and one LED. Both boards run the same logic. The only thing that differs between them is which MAC address they are sending data to. To keep things easy to follow, I'll call them board red and board green based on their LED color. So let's have a look at the wiring. Both boards are wired in exactly the same way. The button is connected between GPIO 25 and ground. In software, we use the internal pull-up resistor, so we don't need an external one. That means that the pin reads high when the button is not pressed, and low when it is pressed. The LED is connected to GPIO 26 through a 220 ohm resistor, and then to ground. The resistor limits the current and protects the LED. Once both boards are wired like this, the hardware part is done. ESP-NOW does not use IP addresses. Instead, each ESP32 has a MAC address, which is a unique hardware identifier. If board red wants to send data to board green, it needs to know board green's MAC address. So before we're uploading the main program, we first need to read the MAC address from each board. So let's move over to the computer. So to read the MAC address, we will need to upload a very small helper sketch. This sketch only prints the ESP32 MAC address to the serial monitor. I'm uploading this to board red first. If the upload fails and you see an error about download mode, just hold the boot button just before the upload starts, and then you can let go when it starts writing to the board. So now as the compiling is done, I can hold the boot button, and now it's writing, I can let it go. So once the upload finishes, I will open the serial monitor, and we can see that we have a MAC address here. So write that MAC address down, not mine, but the one you get when you do this. And then repeat the same thing with the other board. Okay, so in the ESP-NOW code, the MAC address is written as a 6 hexadecimal values. So instead of writing it as a text, we'll write each byte as a hex number. In the firmware for board red, I paste the MAC address for board green. In the firmware for board green, I paste the MAC address for board red. Apart from that one line, the code is exactly the same on both boards. So let's see when I get my MAC address here for board red. My MAC address is 40F520BD/CD/F0. So just fill in 0x40, 0x5, 0x20, 0xBD, 0xCD, and 0xF0. And you will have the MAC address in here. And remember to do it that the board red should have MAC address for green, and green should have for red, just so they talk to each other. Let's have a look at the code. Each board continuously reads its own button. When the button state changes, a small ESP-NOW package is sent to the other board. That package contains just one value, pressed or not pressed. At the same time, each board listens for incoming packets. When a package is received, the LED is turned on or off. Nothing is sent continuously. If nobody presses a button, there is no wireless traffic at all. So let's upload this final code to board red. Okay, so now we have it uploaded, the final ESP-NOW code to board red. You can do the same thing with board green. It's already done here. And the only thing that needs to be changed is the MAC address for board red. Again, if you get a download mode error, just hold the boot button while the upload starts. Now for the final test, I will press the button on board red. The LED on the board green turns on immediately. When I press the button, we send the package to turn it on. When I release the button, we will send the package to turn off the LED. So, okay, so that's the complete two-way ESP-NOW setup. Two ESP32 boards communicating directly without Wi-Fi or a router. From here, you can expand with sensors, acknowledgements, or more boards. These are very popular in IoT. You can use them for home automation with Home Assistant or other systems. And they are very power efficient, so they can be run for a long time. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.